This one is for anybody that wants to go down and look at my old videos. This is Circular Quay now today. Little ferry there. And count how many people you can actually see walking around everywhere. Now, if you get in my video, there's one there. By Rocker, if you watch this one, please, by all means, go down and find the old video of me getting off the train at Circular Quay during the pandemic. I filmed this down here, and there was only 6 people. And you want to see how clear Sydney Harbour is, just while you do that. It's a little bit green today. Yes, I mean, yeah, I go down the bottom and put the two together, or anybody else, and you'll see the old Circular Quay video during the pandemic. Like I'm riding in on the train, and then I said, there's me and 2 other guys on the train. So, you can have a look. Now, a new little thing a lot of people don't realise, this is where I actually used to film the Aboriginal guys, and they used to do all their stuff. But this is the latest thing that they've built since the pandemic. And nobody realises this. You can actually now stand up here. It's not marvellous how many people have got to walk in front of you with a camera. They can see the camera and they all got to walk in front of it. They built an elevator from down here, Circular Quay, and you can get access to go up there to the Carlo Expressway and look at the view. So let's go up there and have a look. So we're still here in Sydney. Let's go up there and have a look. Come.
Lift going up.
This is the Carlo Expressway lift. They built all this since the pandemic. This is all just for tourism. Isn't this fantastic? There's no way in the world, when I was here before, we were able to get up here without having to walk all the way across from way over there across the Harbour Bridge, or come up the stairs over there, or come from way down over there in the park. How do you like this for a view? Let's see if we spot some excitement. There's a ferry there turning around, see the big white. Now that red boat is the cat. That's what we call a catamaran. We call it a cat. C-A-T. Meow. And loves it. You like when I say that, Ian? Yeah, cat. Meow. We've got trains that sound like whinging cats. Now we've got boats that we call cats. What is it about cats in Australia? I don't know. So I hope you like this. There's Luna Park. You get blown by the wind. I'll set the camera on the rail. So, anyway, that building there has a lovely nickname. You have one in your kitchen. They call it the toaster building because it looks like the electric grill out of an electric toaster. They got that name when they first built it. A lot of people complained. They said, oh, that looks like an oversized toaster. But anyway. Oh, by the way, you can go and have coffee down there. And they also serve Nescafe. Just turn you in, on Cadbury's and You've got to have fun, mate. You've got to have fun in the world, people. We've all got to have fun in the world. There's our overseas shipping port. If you come in by ship, which is what infected and killed a lot of Sydney people, infected. It's when the first ship came in from overseas with the coronavirus a couple of years ago, and they got off the boat, they all went home, and nobody was there to test them. They just walked straight out under Gladys's watch, and she had to take responsibility for that. New South Wales Health stuffed up completely. Anyway, we're going to go that way, Opera House. We made it. I'll come back up the other end. Here's another. How much does it cost for a public phone call in Sydney? Can you answer the question? There we are. Circle the key. How much does it cost for a phone call to be made in Sydney? There's the phone. I'm dialing. A phone call. Can you hear that on the microphone? I don't know, it's coming through. It costs you nothing. It costs you nothing to ring up from a payphone in Sydney or anywhere else around Australia. Payphones are free. It says Merry Christmas. First question about the payphone. Payphones are free. Why do you think they made payphones free in Australia? We used to pay 25 cents, 20 cents for a text message and 50 cents for a phone call. So why do you think the government made them go free? Pause. Right, the answer is it was costing them more money to go around and take the 50-cent phone call money out than what it was to actually run the phone service for free. Because then they had to employ people to come out on a regular basis and empty it. And people could pay $2 a day with one telephone provider and get unlimited calls and text messages for $2 a day. So therefore then, the government said, well, there's no money in it. It's costing us money to collect the money. So because it's a public service, is therefore then it's made free. Interesting. Now, anybody else that looked down on my channel, I showed Sydney Trams. And I showed a tram and I said, here it is coming around there from Circular the Quay. And I said, you see the little building? It's down there near the Opera House. Right, this is it. This is the same building that was in that video with the tram. And that's it there. And this is exactly where the tram went. Right down there. And then in the video, I said, there is the Carlo Hill Expressway, just where we were, and the railway line down the bottom. So right here, where I'm standing, I'd say it would have been about here, used to be a Sydney tram, way back in the 1950s. What an amount of people out here. I'm not going to film people having their dinner, but there we go, two old blokes. Look, out there, boys, get the muscles going, get the muscles going. No, I'm over that. I'm past that stage. Back shortly. Here we are, we're up here near the Sydney Opera House. Right, let's go back in time. Let's wind back the clock. Put all that sandstone back, and it comes back down here, down onto the harbour, where the sand was, the Aboriginals walking around with kangaroos and all the emus. That's where they put the picket fence, just here. And that kept the cattle in over here. This sandstone used to come down like that. And they walked around the foreshore. And this out here was a cove made up basically of rocks and oyster shells. And that's what the original ground was like before they built the Sydney Opera House. So out there was the very first oyster farm made by the Indigenous people of Australia. Think about it. Anybody hungry? Not bad for COVID. We're all walking around now with no face masks on, eating out. Can you see the mist? That's water jets because it gets so hot here. And also, it has a fragrance to it with a antibacterial in it. So it's not bad, eh? Now if you go down, Ian, or anybody else, go down to my channel, you see Sydney Trams. This is where the tram come around and went down there before they built all this monstrosity to that little old building down there. And the tram used to come around here, down Macquarie Street, and go around there to get back into Circular Quay. Used to run around the front of that. That's why that road is on such a gentle grade that a tram could come down there. And I went around that point and down past that building. My film of Sydney Trams 1950, you see a tram come around the point, and then I say, oh, there's the Carlo Expressway, which you can still see up there today. Righto, we're still going to find Curability. Where's Curability? Anybody know? Right. All the Australians watching this, oh, we know where it is. Yeah, I know, so do I. Hello, somebody's getting married. What's a wedding? That might be Korean. I don't know. Isn't that sweet? Get married right in front of the Opera House. Isn't that sweet? Let's see if we just go over and take a little film. Hi! Hang on. I just introduced myself. This is just now married, Mr. and Mrs. Mao from Sydney. Congratulations on your wedding and a beautiful place to get a photo done. I'll leave you with it. Great photographer. Look at him. Hey, can I have your camera? I'll swap you. He said no. See you later. Yeah, I told him who I am. They go, what's this on YouTube? So, Mr. and Mrs. Mao, congratulations on your wedding today. Isn't that great? Oh yeah, I walked in on a wedding. Oh, geez, I'm cheeky. Let's go around and have a look. Back in a minute. Say hello, Woodrow.
Hello.
He met Mr. Hominoi, didn't you, mate?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, he's going to go out and see the special vehicle. Anyway,
Yes.
right. All right, see you later, mate. We're going to have fun. See ya. Oh, it's just had me gas bagging away. He's actually up over there on a movie shoot. You know, the problem is when you go around filming and you don't plan it. There's Mr. and Mrs. Mao again. They're really doing their photo shoot. Now, Woodrow. So this is the beauty about Mr. Hominoi channel. I meet people everywhere, right? And over here, we've got a whole bunch of people doing something. I don't know. Oh, it's a movie shoot. This is where Woodrow works. He's down here at the moment, and he's doing a TV commercial. And I'm getting the dirty look saying, who's this guy filming all our camera gear? So let's have a look. They're doing TV ad. Oh, it's a tourism one. That's right. Woodrow says it's a tourism one. So when we go down through there, that goes around there to Lady Macquarie's chair, which is over there. And there's a ship over there. Now, everybody knows, Ian, you probably remember seeing that famous photograph of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. And you see the side shot here of the Opera House? Well, that comes from Lady Macquarie's chair, which is right over there on that green piece of grass. That's all that's filmed. Now, I think I lost my boat somewhere. I don't know where I parked my yacht. There's my yacht. So I parked it over there for the moment. Just being funny. And this is where they used to have a little train used to run. It's actually not a real train, it's just a little four-wheel drive sort of thing. And we've got a puppy dog. Oh, we've got two puppy dogs. Puppy dog time. He's showing what my dog used to like, plastic bottles. Anyway, let's leave them in peace. They're filming their TV ad for New South Wales Government tourist advertising, can't we? And there goes a helicopter tour. And of course everybody stops to look up there. The helicopter. Oh my God. Now let's go in here. You're going to hear the echo acoustics of the Sydney Opera House. This is underneath the main landing. There's the booth for the movies, for the movie company. Hear the amount of noise echoing. And this is where I done the famous one with, you know that is. Just cutting up the Sydney Opera House. It's a tape. Do you recognise who those people are? Leave a comment. Do you recognise who they are? She was a very famous singer. Can anybody tell me her name? Happy New Year, Sydney Opera House. We're doing the Chinese Tai Chi or something. Now this one here, this is all underneath the Opera House. See, if you look there, see that concrete? That's it there. Anyway, we're going to come back outside away from all the noise. Oh, hey, and did you leave your boat parked down here again? And is that your boat all the way from Chicago? Oh, look, and they're coming over to get me, look. Yeah, I'm going to get picked up. No, I'm not. Right. Where, question for Ian. You're sitting right in front of you. When they do the tidal charts for Sydney, where do they have the measuring device? So where is all the tide charts in Sydney taken from? And it's right behind that yacht. And what does it look like? I'm zoomed out max as I can. It's called Fort something. Time's up. Pause it if you want. Fort Denison. Oh. And which boat's yours? That one or what? I don't know. You've got all these boats everywhere, Ian. Just getting you distracted. I'm just throwing you for a second. Right. Now, do you notice the difference? There's no people over here. Because this is the Opera House restaurant. And this is where it's all teamed up. Now, I do that very famous song. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Probably drives everybody nuts on this channel right now. Well, let's just say I have been everywhere, man. Ian, what sci-fi? Question for Ian. What sci-fi TV show has a lady wearing a hat as a what do you call it? Religious ornament on her head? What sci-fi TV show from America does that look like? And the TV show's got a 9 in it in Star Trek. And it's called The Who of what planet? Bajor is the planet. That's right. You go and look at their headdress. It's copied of the Sydney Harbour, Sydney Opera House. The Bajoran Kai and all the religious leaders in the Bajoran. Oh look, there goes a battleship. It's going up there. I think it's going in there to shoot up Parliament House. Sorry, our Prime Minister. Now our Prime Minister lives in Kirribilli House. And in the song it says, I've been everywhere, man. In this is Kirribilli, K-I-R-R. That is Kirribilli. And you can see, it's beyond there's a little tiny wharf. That's Kirribilli House. That's where the Australian Prime Minister lives. So to answer the question, where am I standing when I'm looking at Kirribilli? On that previous video. Where am I standing? Oh, let's see if we can get a couple of waves. Anybody want a wave? Can I get a wave? No, I've got 2 people on it. Get a wave? They're going to give me a wave. No, nobody on the ferry. Honey. Oh, it's a Chinese couple, the married couple. No, it's not. Yeah, there we go. That's where we are, Sydney Opera House. That's where you got to be, Ian. If you want to look at Kirribilli House, you got to be at Sydney Opera House. From down under, I hope that was entertaining, Ian. You met all sorts of people. One day, unedited, uncut, unplanned, and this is what Mr. Hominoid does. I just get around, man. I just get around. I'm an old man. I wander around. So, for g'day from down under, and from all other Australians, we say g'day to our American cousins and all our other friends around the world. Let's have a little look at, oh, a bit closer now to Luna Park. Man, you've got to take your kids to Luna Park. See the big Ferris wheel. That's a must, Anne? Is it a must? Say yes on the channel. A little bit of quiet filming of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Oh, look, ferries coming. 3 ferries coming. We'll wait for them to go past. They go around there to the left. You keep talking, Anne. Don't stop talking because of me. You got to keep talking. That's the sand. You can see the sand on the bottom of the harbour. The dark patches are greenweed. Sorry, I'll let the camera fix it. What a beautiful day for filming. And that other one, he's going over that way. Here comes another one. Ian, look, your boat's back again, Ian. I wonder how much that one there's worth. Anybody give me a price estimate? How much you reckon? I have no idea about yachts. I know what we'll do. We'll get a pool of money together, Ian, and we'll get all Australians can throw in $1 each, and we'll rent a yacht out like that there for you just for one day. Right? What name? Might be able to do something. Everything is possible. Oh, look at the name of the boat. It's called Element. I wonder if that's related to Elements at Byron Bay. I wonder if that's Brian's boat. The guy who owns Elements at Byron Bay, the multi-millionaire. Might be his boat. Look, there's the ferry. Look how fast the ferry goes. They're not mucking around. Bye, ScoMo. See you later, ScoMo. Scott Morrison. Bye. Oh, that's a famous place where Bob Hawke and Paul Keating were talking. Ian, I noticed you done the story on, you watched the story on Australia's greatest Prime Minister. And Bob Hawke and Paul Keating were talking at the Kirribilli House. They call it a Kirribilli Agreement. And that's where Bob said, yeah, I'll stand down and let you become Prime Minister. So Paul Keating said. Bob never agreed to that. That was just what Paul wanted to weasel his way in to become Prime Minister because he was so close. But then again, there's all sorts of debates. Paul Keating says it's true, Bob Hawke's dead. So what do you do? Oh well, from down under Australia. There, Anne, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a look at Sydney Harbour, just for you. And your beautiful wife and beautiful family. And Pedro, oh hang on. Pedro, get out of the water! Pedro, come back, Pedro! Pedro, come back! Pedro, get it! Pedro! See you later, Mr. Omeroid down under. MrOmeroid@gmail.com.